So I'm sitting here this morning thinking about my life and thinking about how good God has been to me and how blessed I really am and how I know that if it is but by and for the grace of God that I am still here. And I am a good shepherd. And I'm sharing with you that without God in my life, I have no idea where I would be. Now, I'm not trying to proselytize to any of my friends who are not Christian, who do not believe or share my beliefs, because I love and respect your beliefs. But I'm only talking about the goodness of God in my life, particularly in these last 2 years. God has allowed me to have the time to open my eyes and to examine the passion in my heart. And I know what that passion is. It is to continue to speak out for the folks who don't have a voice. And even if they have a voice, it is so confused by the madness in their minds that they don't have the competency to speak a clear, concise statement about what they need. And God has allowed me to be a humble servant, to stand up and speak that it is not right for us to allow people who are homeless, who have brain disorders, to languish in prison, to be hungry and dirty and sleeping under the bridge. It's just not right. You know, we need to step up to the plate and provide for folks who do not have the resources to provide for themselves. I've stepped out on faith in the last 2 years. It's only been faith that has kept me going. Most of you all know that I haven't worked in 2 years. You know, not that I haven't wanted to, but God had a different work for me, and I had to recognize that my work is about my Father's business, which is to be the voice of the folks who do not have a voice, to speak loud and clear to us so that it gets into our heart, that every time we see somebody on the street who's dirty, who could be hungry, who's mumbling to themselves, it is our responsibility to at least look at that person as a human being and give them a smile. If we don't have anything else, to give them a smile, to recognize that these are God's children that need us. If we see somebody that we know is lost in madness, not to avert our eyes away, but to look at them and know that we have an opportunity to be a messenger of God or a messenger of whoever it is that you believe in, that you practice your faith with. And know that this is our work, that it's not anything that we can't do. We can recognize people. We don't have to look through them. Folks who are in prison, those of us who are in the legal field, we can look at those folks in prison and know that they are God's children. And they deserve to be treated with mercy and grace. We can do that. I'm asking all my friends who are there, who are out there, to treat folks with that mercy and grace that God so abundantly gives to us, or that whoever your higher power is so abundantly gives to you. I'm seeing more women, old women, on the street corners now, and I don't think that any higher being that we practice our faith with wants to see an old woman or an old man or children on the streets, particularly when we have the resources to change their lives. All I'm asking is that we start to look at people and not look through them. Look at them as worthy, valuable people of a loving God. That's all I'm asking. If you can't give $1, sometimes the dollar doesn't help. We think they go to the liquor store. If I was in as much pain as those folks are, I probably would go to the liquor store too. I mean, we can't judge, because thereby and but for the grace of God goes us. I'm not preaching. Maybe I am. Maybe I need a job, huh? But I think God has chosen this job for me. Thanks, folks.